Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. So, in addition to the jackalope out on the table there, we've got a couple of cards that we need to talk about because I've gone back to take Hulk on against Claw. We're doing Claw Standard, and last play I messed something up. So, it was pointed out very early to me after I posted that I had forgot Armored Guards get toughness, and I forgot to do the toughness on there. So I was thinking of the Hydra Mercenaries, they've got the same scheme, attack, health, but no toughness. Armored Guards get toughness, and I totally missed that last game. So this game, we will get the toughness on the Armored Guards and remember to do that. So the last game wasn't really a win. We'll just we'll push that one to the side. We'll act like it never happened, even though it's still out there on YouTube, and I mark where I missed it because other people miss stuff and they should know. So, the more disappointing thing was immediately after that game, I played another game that I recorded that I was really pumped about putting out there on YouTube because what had happened was I'd drawn into 2 limitless strengths, a Hulk Smash and a Nick Fury. So my starting turn was amazing. And I think there's a weapons runner that came out, right? But at the end of the game, I drew another Armored Guard and forgot to do his toughness. So I ended up taking the Claw out in like 3 rounds. It was just a beautiful game. It was just pow, 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 gone. But I missed another Armored Guard toughness. Damn it. And I was so happy with that game. But sometimes, you just don't catch all the stuff. So here we go. So we're going to start this over again. So we got Bruce Banner to the Hulk out there versus Standard Claw. So let's try to make sure we read the cards better this time. We'll slow down maybe. So we've got, So we've got a Force Interrupt on the Claw. So he's going to get an additional boost card. That's the thing we need to remember with the Claw. Then we have our Underground Distribution. So we've got Claw 1 and 2. We've got the Standard Encounter set in there. And we've got Masters of Evil in there. We have our Defense Network out, which is up on the side up here. And then we go over to 1B, and we need to discard until we find a minion and then put him into play engaged with the first player. So that's one of those interesting things where you're not revealing, you're discarding and putting into play. So those minions, if they have special abilities, their when revealed stuff does not go off. But we're going to get Radioactive Man. All right. Oh, and he is the one that I hate. I hate Radioactive Man, especially with the Hulk, because Radioactive Man's got, after he attacks, I'm going to discard a random card. Hulk does not have enough cards to deal with discarding cards. It doesn't work out very well. All right, so let's take a look at Bruce Banner here. Let's see what we can do. So I changed a couple of things up in this deck, and I have no idea whether they're going to work out. I took out the You'll Pay for That. So we'll see if that does any good or not. I'm kind of I'm on the fence about that one. So we'll see. All right, so what are we looking at? Normally, I would be really stoked about getting a Limitless Strength and Adventurers Mansion in the first hand with the Ironborn and Enhanced Physique. I do not like having Radioactive Man out there, though. So I think I'm going to grab these 2 cards and see if I get something else. That's going to be part of my mulligan. So we're going to get 2 cards. We got a Brawn and we got a Drop Kick. So Drop Kick gets me up enough that I could potentially take Radioactive Man out with a hit and then a Drop Kick. All right. Let's see here. But a good starting hand would be to get Avengers Mansion out there also. And I could use Brawn. Ooh, okay. All right. So we've got our cards because we already mulliganed. We're going to do our Bruce Banner thing. So Bruce Banner allows us to, we get to draw a card and discard a card. So we're going to use his thing. We're going to draw a card and we get a Crushing Blow. A Crushing Blow lets us do our attack again. So we could get up to 6 attacks. So we could look at a Brawn, a Crushing Blow, then we couldn't get Yarnborn out there. That would allow us to do 6 Brawn we could take Radioactive Man out if that's our main concern, which that is kind of a concern for me. The other thing is we could not worry about, we could just hit Radioactive Man normally. And then we could drop kick the Claw. The other thing is there's Avengers Mansion. I kind of want to get that Avengers Mansion out there. Avengers Mansion would look like probably 4 to get Avengers Mansion out, and then 1. So that's more of the let's build for later thing. Let's do the let's build for later. So we can get rid of our Crushing Blow. And hopefully we don't hurt ourselves too badly here. So we're going to go 4 for Avengers Mansion. Use our Avengers Mansion to get a card. Oh, now we get our Hulk smash. No! Oh, what timing. All right, we're going to flip over to the Hulk. Oh, no, that's not how that was supposed to work out. We'll get our Yarnborn out there. And I think we're going to attack Radioactive Man for 3. Oh, I'm so mad. Actually, we're going to hit him for 3, and we're going to Yarnborn and hit him for 5 total. Okay. Round did not go like I wanted it to go. All right, we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cards. There's my counterattacks. All right. Villain's turn. 1 threat on the main scheme. Claw is going to see the Hulk out there, and he's going to come attack. Claw gets 2 boost cards. So we're going to get 1, 2 boost cards, and what we see is, hey, there's those armored guards. We see 1, 2. So he's going to do 2 to me. All right. I only take 2. Radioactive Man is going to attack the Hulk, and he only hits for 1, but he's going to get rid of a card. And honestly, the cards that I have are not all that fantastic, so I'm not too concerned about that. So we're going to get rid of this card. That's my Power of Aggression. Okay. Okay, so next thing up we need is an encounter card. Our encounter card is an advance. So he's going to scheme. So the Claw schemes for 2. He's going to get a boost of 1. So he's going to scheme for 3. So we're going to move him up to 4 on the track there. All right. This is not going great, but we're going to get through it. Okay. We're over to the hero side. What do we do in hero side? We are going to get a card with Avengers Mansion. Oh, great. Limitless Strength. Just what I needed for a bunch of 1-cost cards out there. All right. So what can we do here? We can put a counterattack out there. We might as well, I'm guessing, is get a counterattack out there. Yep. So we're going to get a counterattack out. We've got 1 counterattack. We're going to use our downtime to pay for counterattack. All right. Then we're going to attack with the Hulk, and we're going to hit the Claw for 3. So he's going to go from 12 down to 9. And then we'll use our physical to pay for Yarnborn. We're going to deal 2 damage to an enemy, which should be enough to take the Radioactive Man out. Alright, now I am going to flip over to Bruce Banner, and we're going to take a Banner turn because I want to hold on to this. We're going to make our main scheme go, but I think we're all right at this point, because things have not been going exactly like we want. So let's go. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Villain's turn. So the good thing is we may be able to clean up that next scheme when it comes out. Villain's turn. We put 1 threat on the main scheme. The Claw is going to scheme, and he's going to scheme this puppy out because he's going to scheme for, he's going to boost and come into play. He's going to scheme for 2, which is going to make the underground distribution go away, and the Secret Rendezvous is going to come out. So when revealed, discard cards from the counter deck until a minion is discarded. And we're going to put a minion into play, and then we start working on Secret Rendezvous. All right. So this clears out. We're going going to go looking for a minion. So, not a minion. That's a minion. And we're going to remember to put tough on him. I'm remembering this time. Okay, you guys see me doing it? There's tough on him. Okay, we did it. Okay. Let's see here. So that was all off of the claw scheming. Armored guard does not scheme. The weapons runner is going to scheme for 1. Okay. Then we need an encounter card. So our encounter card is, oh, the Immortal Claw. Just what we needed. All right. So Claw's going to get 10 phantom hit points. All right. I thought the suborbital leap was going to take out the defense network, but now I may need to think against that. All right. All righty. We're over to the hero side. So what do we do in hero-wise? Well, let's get a card first. We'll do Avengers Mansion. And we got a Thunderclap. Oh, now that's kind of nice. That can help me clear the board. All right. So if we're looking hero-wise, we can clear the board with a Thunderclap. Then, do we suborbital leap and clear out the Immortal Claw? That's probably the way to go. I think so. I think that is going to be the way to go. So we're going to flip over to Hulk. All right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to suborbital leap. And we're going to clear out the Immortal Claw. So no more Immortal Claw. We would get to remove 5 threat, I think, because I used all physical. But we only need 3. 3 is enough. And we need to remember this one over here in case we get that far. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to throw a Thunderclap out there. So we can use our Limitless Strength, pull off a Thunderclap. And we're going to do 3 damage to 3 enemies. So, 3 damage to the weapons runner. We take the tough off the armored guard. We do 3 damage to Claw. So he goes from 9 down to 6. Alright, we will use our Helicarrier to trigger Yarnborn. Ooh. Yeah, we can do that because that's not an attack, right? So the guard doesn't block against it. So we can trigger Yarnborn and deal 2 damage to an enemy. So we're going to do 2 to the claw. So we're going to take him from 6 down to 4. All right, we're beating him up. We're slowly getting there. All right, and the Hulk's going to attack for 3, and we're going to take out the armored guard. All right, we're cleaning the board. We're getting it back to a better board state. All right. Run tapping. We're going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm happier about that. The only downside is we're onto our second scheme there. So that's a bit on the uncoolish side. Ooh, She-Hulk. I could use some thwart help out there. All right, villain's turn. What's going to happen? 1 threat on the main scheme. We've got the Claw. The Claw is going to come attack the Hulk. He's going to get 2 cards. His boost cards are 4 damage. I think we will trigger this guy's been hanging out on the side over here. I think we're going to trigger our counterattack. So counterattack says, after you take damage from an enemy attack, discard counterattack, deal an equal amount of damage to that enemy. So we're going to take 4. We're going to take 4, but we're going to turn around and do 4 back to him. So let's take this 1 off and replace it with a 5. So we're up to 7. And doing 4 back to him is we're going to knock out the Claw. Claw 2 is going to come out. So what do we get with Claw 2? Claw 2 gets Mortal Claw is going to come back. And he needs 18 hit points. So 18 hit points. We got to remember this is his attack. We're doing a bunch of stuff in the middle of his attack action, which is super confusing, but we'll get her done. All right. So there's 18 on him. We need our Immortal Claw, which is in here. We just got rid of it. There it is. Hey, it's back again. All right, the good news is we've got a She-Hulk sitting here, and She-Hulk helps us get rid of the Immortal Claw at a huge cost. Okay. All right, so that was his attack activation. Whole bunch of stuff went on there. He ended up hurting himself. He hurt me, but he hurt himself also, and Immortal Claw came out. All right, so the next thing that we need to do is an encounter card. Counter card is, Masters of Mayhem. So we're going to go get, who are we going to get? We're going to get the Melter. Let's see if we can find the Melter. Why do we want the Melter? So Masters of Mayhem says, when revealed, each Masters of Evil minion attacks the hero it is engaged with. If no attacks are made, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Master of Evil minion and put it into play. Engaged with you, shuffle the encounter deck. So, since I get to choose, which is one of the nice things about that, I am going to go find the Melter. Why am I going after the Melter? Because the Melter has 5 hit points, which happens to be a very nice number of hit points when I'm playing the Hulk. Because there's a punch and a Yarnborn takes him out. Now the downside to the Melter right now is the fact that I do that, I won't be able to get She-Hulk out, which is what I was hoping to use to take out the Immortal Claw. So maybe I shouldn't do the Melter. Because the problem with the Melter is the Melter likes to take out your minions, right? So I have to defend with She-Hulk. So I could... see, I won't have, unless I draw into with the Avengers Mansion, something good to help me out, I won't be able to take the Melter out. So actually, instead of the Melter, we're going to get Tiger Shark. I'm second guessing myself here. We're going to get Tiger Shark out instead. So Tiger Shark just does a bunch of toughness stuff, which I don't care about. And the other thing is, I don't want to give the villain a tough. So we'll put Tiger Shark out there. Because we can... Tiger Shark hits pretty hard, but I don't mind that all that much. The Hulk can take some hits. I say that, and we'll see in a couple of rounds how I feel about that. All right. So we got that shuffled up. That was our Masters of Evil. I think we are done with the villain's turn at that point, and we're back over to the hero side. So hero side, let's grab a card, see what we come up with. Use our Avengers Mansion, and we have an enhanced physique. Okay, so we've got choices now. There's a drop kick, which gives me a stun, and a draw card, which would be pretty cool to do. I could also, if I went this route, I could attack with the Hulk again, draw a card. So that would be 6 damage. That'd be a double attack, plus I would draw a card. And then I could potentially Unstoppable Force again, so we'd be looking at 9 damage. But I need to get that Immortal Claw out of there. That is such a massive pain. So I think we're going to bring She-Hulk out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to bring She-Hulk out. And we're going to thwart for 2 off the Immortal Claw. All right, now I think we're going to have Hulk just go ahead and attack for 3. Knock the claw down a peg. All right, we're going to be done. So we're going to untap, untap, untap. And we're over. Oh, we need cards. Let's get some 4 cards out here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Villain's turn. What's going to go on villain side? So villain number 1, 2 threat on the main scheme. Because we have Immortal Claw out there, right? Okay. Villainy number 2 is the Claw is going to come attack the Hulk. He's going to get 2 boost cards. And the Hulk's just going to take this one. So we're going to take 2, 3. 3 damage. So we're going to go from 7 to 10. Alright, that's getting a little bit on the dicey side. And then we're going to take 3 from Tiger Shark. Alright, we're at 13 of our 18. And Tiger Shark, let's see here. After Tiger Shark attacks, give him tough. So he's tough. All right, now we need an encounter card. Let's see what we get. We get Sound Body. Claw's going to get Retaliate 1. Yeah. So I love this spend these 3 resources to discard this card. Hulk is never going to do that. That's not, it's possible. And actually, I added some cards to this deck that make that even more possible, but it's not very likely. Okay. Because I took your pay for that's out of there, and I added Avengers Mansion, plus I added 2 Resourcefuls. So we'll see how that works out. All right. So that's the end of the villain's turn. We're over to the hero side. So we're going to draw a card, and we get Combat Training. All right. So what we're looking at right now is there's a big Hulk smash in play. So we're at 1, 2, 3 to Hulk smash. I think we've got him, because here's how this works out. We do She-Hulk is going to thwart for 2 to take out the Immortal Claw, because we don't need him to have extra hit points. That does 2 to her, which takes her out. She's gone. All right, next up, the Hulk is attacking Claw for 3. We're going to throw our Hulk smash on there because we want to do lots of damage. Oop. Oh, I can't take him out. Oh, no, I can. Okay. So the thing that I was looking at was when you make a basic attack, you get, so we're going to read the cards. When you make a basic attack, you get +10 attack. If you pay for this card only using physical resources, the attack gains overkill. So I can pay for it using physical resources. Or sorry, I can pay for it, but I can't use just physical resources, because that's 3. 3 for the Hulk smash, right? So we're doing 13 to the Claw, which is going to knock him down to 2. And then we've got our Yarnborn out there, buddy, and we've got a Combat Training to use for the Yarnborn. That's the final 2 that we need to do. But boom! Okay, I think that was a clean Claw win. So that was Claw standard. Essentially ignored the Tiger Shark there and just took some beating, which is the thing the Hulk can do, is he can let minions sit out there and kind of pile on him for a little bit. That defense network stayed out the whole game. We didn't do anything except take care of the Immortal Claw. That's really the only thwart removal that we did. So, or the thwarting and threat removal that we did. So that worked out. That looks like a fairly clean Claw standard win. Let me know if I missed something in that game, and we'll call that our first win on standard. And we'll start working on standard playthrough number 2 and see if we can make it through with the Hulk. So looking good so far. We'll give it a try again. All right, that's it for now, and thanks for watching.